Okay, Race, Evolution, and Behavior, the book that Jared was kind enough to plug at the beginning of my talk. As some of you know, the book came out in 1995, I think was the first edition. It did go into a Japanese translation in 1996. It was, a second edition came out by Transaction Publishers, my publisher, in 1997. And just last year, this version came out, the special abridged edition. And it's a sort of a Reader's Digest version with, really simplified statements of what it was all about. And Transaction brought it out for me. We printed up 100,000 copies, mainly to distribute free. And we started off with academics. Transaction mailed out 35,000 copies to psychologists, sociologists, and anthropologists that they had lists of. I mailed it out to about 10,000 people from the University of Western Ontario. And then all hell broke loose. A group called the Progressive Sociologists, several other anti-racist groups, essentially rose up and told Transaction, threatened Transaction with very dire consequences if they didn't stop distributing the book. They were going to be denied booths at various conventions, advertising space in various journals. There'd be boycotts and so on by people of their journals and books. And so for a small academic publisher, which is what Transaction is, this would have been the end. And so they told me essentially that they wanted to burn 55,000 copies or pulp them. I'm not really sure how they get rid of 55,000 copies. And would I mind, and would I mind not bringing out another special abridged edition? And I said, well, no, yes, I do mind, and I am going to bring out another abridged edition, and I'll distribute it myself. So they returned the entire copyright to me. So now, the third edition of my book is about to come out. I'm self-publishing it. And 200,000 copies of the abridged edition, which should be out in about 2.5 months. And I'm just going to give them away to as many people that could possibly want them. So just write to me in a couple of months if you want some. I'll be happy to send you box loads of them. Thank you very much.